program today, I have with me in studio two great men, a man and a lady. Now with me, Denny Wasi. Denny Wasi is a journalist, and on my left I have Doreen Tia. Doreen is a student, and she's in studio with us today. We are going to talk about local production, but on local grounds, and consumption. And for this discussion, I have the two of them with me. Can you please introduce yourself further? I will begin with Wasi.
Okay, thanks so much, Mr. Alex. So, good evening, dear viewers. I'm Dennis Wasi. I'm a journalist, and I'm so proud to be here on this panel to talk about local productions and local consumption.
Yes. Okay. Can you introduce yourself?
Thank you, sir. My name is Doreen Tia, and I am a student in Masters of Private Law at University of Lomé.
Thank you very much for being here with us today. We know that production, locally produced goods, are now becoming great, or are taking greater dimensions in Togo. And we have local producers, entrepreneurs that produce goods on local grounds, and most of them are planning even to export these goods to nearby countries and abroad. So today we are going to talk about how they go about it, what they can do, and the problems they have on the field. Doreen, can you just tell us something about production especially, and production on local grounds?
Okay, thank you, sir. When we talk about local production, we refer to a country or region producing its own product by its own people. And the production can either be agricultural or industrial.
Okay, so we talk about production being agricultural or industrial. A country produces its own. For instance, in Togo, what are some of the things? As for me, when I go to the market, I see cars from China, I see cars from Japan. What are some of the locally produced items that you can talk about?
We have juices, we have drinks, we have chocolates. Even nowadays, we have so many things that we have today. We have our own beers, we have our own brands that are now in the country.
Yeah, so Wasi, we are talking about locally produced items. What are some of the locally produced goods in Togo?
Yeah, for example, when my fellow Doreen has just talked, he talked about foods.
Yeah.
But most of the time I'm surprised because most of Togolese, they usually give, examples of foods.
Yeah.
But we can see that in Togo, for example, we don't have just foods like local productions. We have many things in Togo that we can develop because we know that Togo is a developing country. But we need to produce our own produce that can help us to grow up.
So for example, we are talking about locally produced items.
Yeah.
For my father who is in a village, which example can you give so that he will know that they are really talking about what I produce here, or for my grandmother in the village that has been making agbelikan klo and all those things?
No, I personally, I cannot give here before leaving here today, I cannot give you an example of food. But I know that my fellow doing, we have all the talk to give example of food. But I personally, when we take domain of movie, for example, now I will culture, for example. So when we take domain of movie, or we take domain of music, here the artists and the actors, the movie director are making great jobs, to produce movies like films, songs. But now we can see that Togolese people, the people that we are in this country, we now consuming our own products, but we prefer importing than using our own products.
Let's talk about movie.
Yeah, sure.
The other time I was passing through Decon, and I saw someone selling CDs. I parked my car and I came. All of them were watching Nigerian films, but we have Togolese movies. What can you say about that?
No, I think that is what we need now to prepare, because it's not serious, not fair that we in country, and we can see that Togolese people, they like films from abroad. They prefer those films, to our own films here. But we have many films that movie directors are producing here. We can talk also of songs as I was just saying it. You see, so that's when we need to talk to the audience or to the viewers, to change their mentality and to like using, our product that we making here.
Yes, Doreen, he's talking about music. We have two farms. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I think we are in an area right now where we should develop our own things. We should promote what we have here. What we have outside is good, but we need to also take care of our own things to make it like what we see outside.
Yeah.
So it's a very, very wonderful subject that we discussed today so that people get aware of the importance of improving on our own things and promoting them.
Yes, we realize that still within the music industry, when we compare people's devotion to music, especially in bars, nightclubs, restaurants and so on, when we compare the 70s, 1960s, the 60s, 70s, even early 80s and 90s consumption to this, you realize that in those days, you have to import music before you dance. We use the funk, reggae from Jamaica, funk from the USA. We have blues from France and all those things. So how can you compare and contrast this to? But you realize that the youths today, even the little ones, when you go to a party and you don't play Tufan, you don't play Master Jazz. They are not.
I get a point.
Yes.
But all those things. I think that in Togo we have many singers.
Yes.
They sing, but I personally could not, tell. But the one I prefer most here, we have Mike Williams also is a singer.
Yeah.
We can see Almok is a singer. We can see. That friend I forget a bit, but I'll come to on him. So we have many artists that sing well here. But the thing is that once we think that this artist is the one who sing, better than others, that we cannot appreciate others. And now that one is not a good thing. We need to appreciate everything and to encourage that here you don't do it well. Next time try to change because it's this, you must do it.
Okay. Yeah. Now when it comes to local consumption, how do you see it in Togo? Consuming of locally produced music, film, goods, any other thing?
I think it's a start right now.
Yes.
The country has not developed this aspect of the thing before, but now it's something new that we are getting accustomed to. So I would encourage our country and all the people who produce, it can be music, it can be food, everything, to do more, to produce it to a level that can match what we have outside. Because when the level is not high, consumers cannot be attracted to it. The level has to be high. So we need to make researches in order to see how we can improve on our own and make it what it should be here. To make it our own, make it what we have to consume. Because when it's not good, we can't consume. Yeah, that's it.
So local consumption.
Yeah, local consumption. I'm sorry because in Togo, the level is not that. I said it, and I'm still saying it. That Togo is preferred products that are imported from abroad. And it's not a good thing. But now it's a matter of consciousness. It's a matter of consciousness and a matter of sensitization.
Yeah.
Now we need to sensitize the population on that aspect, that before we grow up we need to encourage and to promote our products. Okay, because if we are not promoting our products, we cannot develop as the rest of the countries.
So we just talking about development. How can we develop by consuming locally produced goods.
Yeah, but
Multitudes of articles.
I think that in Togo we have the media, we have the radio, we have televisions, and also we have some association. And also this year the chance that we have is that in the government, the Ministry of Industry, Private Sector now add another department, the Department of Local Consumption.
Yes.
That now we can see the last time we assist the heading over of the targets of ministries that Excellency the Minister Dexi Banki Bangladesh was assuming, but after we can see Kojo Adichie there. So we know that we have to have that faith that now the Minister Kojo Adichie for the new departments implemented in the Ministry of Industry, they will do everything possible to communicate and to promote the local consumption.
Yeah. So we're just talking about promoting locally produced goods or to encourage Togolese to consume Togo-made goods.
Yes.
How can this ministry go ahead with it? Do you have some ideas that you can share on this panel so that if the minister is at home listening to us, you can say, yes, once he has said something, it will trigger his mind and bring something. So, my sister, what?
Thank you, sir.
Say about that? Because he's talking about a department of the ministry in charge of locally produced items.
Yeah, first of all, I think the ministry can organize trade fairs where we can promote and market our own products. It can be music and everything that we produce here. So we can organize trade fairs. We can also go to the regions of the country and to sensitize the people, like advertising campaigns about our products. Tell them we are having this done here, we are doing this, so we want you to give it a try. Yeah, and making the products also affordable, because when the prices are too high, the people cannot afford it.
Yes.
So they have to produce well and also make the products available and affordable for the people to buy.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. I've just said it, there's hesitation because now, before we achieve a goal, we need to inform, the people of the country. But if people are not informed, they cannot, develop or change their mentality. But now it's a matter of, the mentality thing. We need to change our mentality. So for that, the ministry will advise. I don't know if I'm at that place to advise something to the ministry. But what I can advise to the ministry is to promote, to sensitize, to inform through the social medias.
Yeah.
Social medias, for example, because I don't see that televisions, are not part from those strategies of communication. But nowadays we can see that social medias also are doing great job, making designs and trying to share all those images that can easily, attend, the people, attract people. Yeah.
Yes. So about sensitization, do you have something to add?
Yeah, about that, I think we can also try to, as I said before about sensitization, we have to have a platform dedicated to local products. Like we have this show right now. We can invite some people who produce, the producers or the farmers, and let them discuss about their own goods. It's a form of sensitization.
Yeah. Okay, so today we know that local producers have problems.
Yeah.
And for everything or any industry to move, you need
financing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what are some of the problems we can share on this panel?
Yeah.
The problems related to local production.
Yeah, local productions is the big problem for the development of this sector. Is the funding, so for that the new department implemented into the Ministry of Industry and Private Sector have to finance, especially the youth. The youth, because we usually say that future belongs to young men, to young people. So now we can see that Yeah, there's no job.
There are some policies to entice youth to enter into entrepreneurship, to bid for projects.
Yeah, for sure.
And some of these policies, for instance,
Sure.
the head of state said about 10 to 20% of all there's some projects
Yeah.
that
There's something.
attributed to entrepreneurs should be given to young entrepreneurs.
Yeah, for sure. And also FAEJ. FAEJ is working hard in that, but it's not sufficient.
Yes.
It's not sufficient.
Yes.
Because, there are plenty, young men, I think that I'm part of them. We
We just talked about FAEJ. What are some of the problems young entrepreneurs encounter when we come to FAEJ?
Yeah, if you want, because before creating an enterprise,
Yes.
you cannot stand like this and start making your enterprise.
Yeah.
You need to be trained.
Yes.
You need to be trained for sure. So FAEJ, can help you in training, and after following you in your initiatives, coaching you in everything you're doing.
You know that there are some enterprises that have been run by people who have not got any high educational background.
Yeah.
Yesterday I was in an industry run by managed by a woman. She used to crash these bottles, plastic bottles.
Yeah.
She's alone and she's got the machine. She has employed about 20 people working with her. But she's just there. Then I was talking to her about FAEJ. So I've not been to school to go to FAEJ.
Yeah.
When you go to FAEJ, you have to be trained.
Yeah, to be trained, to be coached.
How am I going to write? Then I say, okay, what we can do is to go there and see. So those who have not got any high educational background to learn something on management, accounting, and all those basic accounting, so that they can manage their enterprises. How can they cope with this FAEJ program?
Yeah,
I know you are not there.
I'm not there, but I really like the work they are doing, because they're doing a great job. We have to congratulate them. So you just said it, and it's is a remark you make. That means I know that the ministry, especially that department, because I really believe in that department. Because they can establish a new strategy for those people you're talking about. Because as my fellow, as Doreen said it, we need a platform.
Yes.
A platform of exchange. And there we can know that, okay, we have this problem before we move ahead in our initiatives.
Okay, we just talked about FAEJ. FAEJ is part of the basic development ministry.
Yeah, for sure.
But now, what can you tell us about FAEJ? Have you once met somebody who has benefited from FAEJ? And how is that person moving? What can you tell us about that person?
I've not yet met someone who benefited.
But have you seen some commodities on the market?
I've seen some, but not really. I've seen only some, but not really. But I think it's a very good initiative. It's a very good initiative. But what we need to have in mind is that Togolese youth has to have the mind of excellence. If you don't want to be excellent, the FAEJ cannot sponsor you. So you have to have a mind of excellence, knowing that you're doing this for the sake of your country. It's not for something personal or something that you want to do just to do. No, it's for the development of the country. So you have to have a project on your own. Even if you didn't go to school, at least know that you hire somebody to help you. Hire somebody to help you and to sustain what you are doing.
Okay.
Yeah, especially for that point, I really know somebody, not one person, but I know a lot more. He is a photographer. He's a photographer. He benefits from FAEJ, and I can notice that his business now is moving ahead. So I think that's a good step.
Has he created employment for some youth? So how many of them is he using in his
fabric? It's like the fund assigned to those initiatives are not so much. They are fractional. Those funds are not so much. That's why we need again the help of I can see the government and especially the department, to increase a little bit the funds, the funds assigned to those initiatives.
Okay. Well, we are getting to the end of the program, but I will again give you the floor to say one word. To say one word about local production. If you ask you to say just one word, what will you say?
No, if someone tell me to say one word, I will say two words. First of all, I rate, the Minister of Victoire Tomiga to be the one who initiated, those initiatives of Fayage and all those things. And also, we have here in Togo, we have an initiative. It's not an initiative, but it's a kind of structure. We call it Bilitis Fashion. Bilitis Fashion is, an enterprise that helps the youth, to develop their capacities in something. So I really sensitize the viewers that who are watching us now to consume, our local products.
Yes, you were talking about quality.
Yeah.
One word.
It's imperative.
Yes.
It's really, really imperative. Like, it's a dynamic of the world right now. We cannot talk of development of a country when the people are not consuming its own local products. So I would really urge the youth and everyone who's watching right now to begin to try our own products. They are good. I've tried them. They are good. Like when you see the rice of Kovi, it's a very wonderful rice. And we have a lot of things, so I will encourage the youth and everyone to start consuming our own products.
Okay. Thank you very much, viewers. We've come to the end of the program, but before we leave our panel today, let me say a great thank you to Doreen T.
Thank you, sir.
And Benny Wasi.
Thank you, sir.
Well, thank you very much for watching. Have a nice weekend.